Hello viewers, my name is Mr.Adebanjo. I want to welcome you to this video. In this video we are going to be discussing together, we are going to be rubbing minds together on Waec Gce 2023 for the mathematics objective questions. Like I promised in the couple of videos that I made, where I discuss Waec Gce general mathematics, both objective and theoretical part of it, I promise I'm going to provide solution to the further mathematics questions for the Waec Gce through 2023, and that is what brought about this video. And in the next video, we are going to be discussing the theoretical part of this Waec Gce 2023. So if you have not checked the Waec Gce general mathematics, you can check the playlist of this video. You will surely find those video there. And what are we going to be discussing in this video is our to-do list. We are going to be telling you the topic where each of the question is generated from, and also we are going to be solving each of the questions step by step together. And we have 50 questions to solve together in total, and we are going to be selecting the correct answer from the options provided for each of the question. So but before we get it started, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please click on the subscribe button on the channel right now, so that whenever we post information on this channel, you'll be the first person to know. And if you have done so, may the good Lord bless you. Please share this video, comment in the comment section of this video, like the video, and so that you help us improve on this our project. Now let's jump on the first question for this video. Now the first question is from SOD. We have to simplify this SOD. We have SOD 2 over 3 into 5 over SOD 18 plus SOD 72 minus SOD 32. So like we have on the screen right now, we have to simplify this SOD. But if you understand SOD very well, you discover that SOD 18, SOD 72 and SOD 32 are not yet simplified. So the first thing you need to do is to simplify those SOD to the simplest form before you now do anything further. And I will encourage you, if you don't know anything about SOD, please check my video on this YouTube channel where I discuss extensively on everything on SOD, so that you understand whatever you are going to be saying there. So like I said, we simplify SOD 18, SOD 72 and SOD 32. And how do we simplify that? You look for two numbers you can multiply together to give us 18, and one of them is a perfect square, so that will be 9 times 2. We also look for two numbers you can multiply together to give us 72, and one of them is a perfect square, that will be 36 times 2. And also for 32, that will be 16 times 2. So we can find SOD 9 is 3 and SOD 36 is 6, while SOD 16 is 4. So if we simplify that further, we have a SOD 2 over 3 into 5 over, this will give us 3 SOD 2, then this will give us 6 SOD 2 minus 4 SOD 2. And from there we can simplify this. You can add this and subtract this since they have the same SOD. So you're having 3 SOD 2 plus 6 SOD 2, that give us 9 SOD 2, then minus 4 SOD 2, that give us 5 SOD 2. So technically you're having SOD 2 over 3 times 5 over 5 SOD 2. Then SOD 2 can take care of SOD 2 here, 5 can take care of 5, so you are left with 1 over 3. So option B is the correct option for question number 1. Question number 2, we have to evaluate cos 210, leaving the answer in SOD form. And of course this question is from trigonometric ratio of compound angles. Trigonometric ratio of compound angle. So that's where this question is from. So we have to evaluate cos 210 in a SOD form. Of course there are some calculators that can do this for you. If you just press cos 210, some of the calculator like Casio, natural display calculator, will give you the answer to this straight away. But if you don't know that, then you can simplify it using the trigonometry of compound angle. How you can convert this cos 210 into two compound angles, or two special angle rather now. So that should give us a cos 280 plus 30, because 180 plus 30 will give us a 210. So cos 180 plus 30 give us a 210. Then now, according to the trigonometric ratio of compound angle, so if you are to simplify, this will give us cos 180 cos 30 minus sin 180 cos 180 cos 30 minus sin 180 sin 30. So that should give what you're having on the screen right now, using the compound angle of a trigonometric ratio. So cos 180 is a minus 1, then cos 30 is a special angle, and then 180 is also a special angle. So cos 30 is 3 over 2 minus sin 180 is 0, then sin 30 is 1 over 2. If you simplify this further, that should give us a minus 2 over 2 minus 0, and that should give us a minus 2 over 2 as the answer for question number 2. It means that option D is the correct option for question number 2. Question number 3 is from radians. We have to convert this angle in radian to degree. So still on trigonometric ratio, the conversion of angle from degrees to radian and radian to degrees. So we have to convert these radians to degrees, and we are having 3 pi over 5 radians to degrees. The first thing to know, to remind ourselves of, is the conversion rate between degrees and radians. So we know that pi radians is cos 180 degrees. That's the conversion rate. So pi radians will give us 180 degrees, and we are taking this radian to degrees. So all you need to do is to first know what 1 radian will be in degrees. So therefore 1 radian will be 180 divided by pi in degrees. So if this is one radian in degrees, then we can now find this radian in degrees. So that will be, therefore this in radian will give us equals to this over 3 pi over 5 times what 1 radian is in degrees. So that will be 180 over pi. So from there, pi will take care of pi, then 5 can go in 180. So that should give us if you simplify, that should give us 108 degrees, as the 3 pi over 5 in radians will give us 108 degrees in 108 in degrees. So option B is the correct option for question number 3. Question number 4 is from a polynomial. We have to find the remainders when f of s equals to s cubed plus s squared plus x minus 2 is divided by this s plus 3. So like I said, the question is from polynomial. We are trying to solve this is a remainders theorem, so you can apply remainders theorem here. So that means the remainder of this f of s when divided by this should be f of minus 3. So if I substitute f of minus 3 into this, it should give me the remainder instead of doing the long division method. So we have to divide f of s by s of s plus 3. So that's the remainder should be f of minus 3. So if you put that into this f of x, so you have a minus 3 cubed plus minus 3 squared plus minus 3 minus 2. You simplify that further, you have minus 27 plus 9 minus 3 minus 2, and that should give us a minus 23 as the remainder, where you divide this function, this f of function of x, by x plus 3. So option A is the correct option for question number 4. Question number 5 is from partial fraction. It's from partial fraction. We are given that 3s minus 4 over s minus 1 into s minus 2 is equivalent to p over s minus 1 plus q over s minus 2. We have to find the value of p plus q. So that means we need to get the value of p and q before we can add them together. Like I said, it's from a partial fraction. So the first thing to do is to find the LCM of the right hand side, and the LCM is s minus 1, s minus 2. So from there, s minus 1 indeed, that will give us s minus 2 multiplied by p. That will give us a p into s minus 2 plus s minus 2 indeed, that will give us s minus 1 multiplied by q to give us this. So technically, this will cancel this, the denominator will cancel the denominator on both sides. So that means we'll be having 3s minus 4 equivalent to p into s minus 2 plus q into s minus 1. Then from there, we can now find the value of p and q when we know the value of x. So in this case, when our s is 2, so that you can find the value of our q. So when s is 2, this one becomes 0 here. So you have 3 times 2, which is 6 minus 4, equivalent to, if s is 2, that will be 2 minus 2 is 0, so you have this to be 0, then plus q into 2 minus 1. So that should give us 2 equivalent to 2 minus 1 is 1 times q, that will give us q, 2. So q in this case is 2. Then also we can find the value of p when our when our s is 1 here. So if s is 1 here, that means this also becomes 0. S minus 1 is 1 minus 1 is 0, so that will give us 0 here. So this one become 1 minus 2. Here we have 3 minus 4. So here you'll be having 3 minus 4, that will give us a minus 1, equivalent to p into 1 minus 2, because this is already 0. So we have minus 1 equivalent to 1 minus 2 is minus 1, then times p, that gives us minus p. So p will be equal to 1. Therefore we can now find the value of p plus q, and that will give us a 1 plus 2, and that will give us 3. So option D is correct option for question number 5. Question number 6 is also from polynomial. It's also from polynomial. We are to, if 3x squared plus x minus 4 is a factor of this function, which is a cubic function, we have to find the roots of f of x. You have to find the root of this function. So, but this quadratic expression is a function, so it's a factor of this cubic function. So that means if this quadratic expression divide this one, it should give us 0 as the remainder. So the remainder should be equal to 0. So that means you can get one of the factors of this function when we divide this one by this one, and that's what we did here. So we divide this by this. So how do we do that? Using the long division method. This is the dividend and this is the divisor. So you start 3x squared in 3x cubed, that will give us x. Then s times 3x squared will give us a 3x cubed. Then 8 times x will give us a s squared plus s squared. Then s times minus 4 give us a minus 4x. Then you now subtract, introduce minus, you subtract. So this one become minus, this will become minus, as well, this one become plus. So 3x cubed minus 3x cubed give us 0. Then minus 5x squared minus s squared, that will give us a minus 6s squared. Then this is plus minus 6s plus 4x, that will give us a minus 2x. Then bring the plus 8 down. So also you go 3s squared in minus 6s squared, that will give us a minus 2. Yeah, minus 2 times 3s squared, that will give us a minus 6s squared. Minus 2 times x will give us minus 2x. Minus 2 times minus 4 will give us a plus 8. Then introduce minus as well, subtract. So minus 6s squared plus 6s squared, that will give us 0. 2s minus 2 minus 2s plus 2 give us 0. 8 minus 8 give us 0. So that means when you divide this one by this, you have s minus 2 as a factor. So of course when you are dealing with a cubic expression, you know you have to get 3 factors. So you have gotten 1. Then the remaining 2 factors we can get by simply solving this quadratic expression. So if you solve that quadratic expression, 3x squared plus x minus 4, so using factorization method, so 3 will multiply minus 4, that gives us minus 12. Then 2 factors of minus 12, that will give us, when you add them together, will give us plus 1 here, and when you multiply that together, give us minus 12. And that should be minus 3 plus 4. So if you introduce that here, you have a 3s squared minus 3s plus 4s minus 4, factorize 3s into x minus 1, then plus 4 is common here into s minus 1. There you'll be having 3s plus 4, and then s minus 1. So these are the remaining 2 factors. Then with this one making 3. So that means the cubic expression we have here is going to be s minus 2 into 3s plus 4 into s minus 1. Then we have to find the root of this. So you need to equate it to be equal to 0. So equate these factors to be equal to 0. Then s will be equal to 2, or s will be equal to minus 4 over 3, or s is going to be 1. So if you look at the option provided, I think option B is the correct option for question number 6. Question number 7 is from functions. It's from functions, mapping and function. So it's from mapping and function. You are given that f of x is a f5x plus 2 and g of x is a 7 minus 3x. Find the value of k such that f of f of k plus 2 is equal to g of 3. So we are given f of s to be this and the g of s to be this. So we have to simplify. If f of k plus 2 equals to g of 3, then what can we do? All you need to do is to put this k plus 2 into f of x. So that means you're having 5 into k plus 2 plus 2. Then you put this g of this 3 into g of x. So you're having 7 minus 3 times 3. So this is what you are going to be getting. This is starting for x. K plus 2 is starting for x here. So you have 5 into k plus 2 plus 2. Then equals to g of 3. So wherever you see x, you put 3 in g of x. So you have this as well. Simplify further, you have a 5k plus 10 plus 2 equals to 7 minus 9. So 5k plus 12 equals to minus 2. 5k equals to minus 2 minus 12. That gives us a 5k equals to minus 14. Divide both sides by 5k will be equals to minus 14 over 5. And that should be minus 2 number 4 over 5, which is the option D. Question number 8 is from sequence and series, and that is arithmetic progression. The fourth term and the 11th term of an arithmetic progression are minus 6 and minus 20.5. You have to find 21st term. So of course I also have a video on arithmetic in sequence and series that explain everything on sequence and series on this channel. So if you want to know more on the sequence and series, you can check the video on my channel. So what is the fourth term of an arithmetic progression? That should be a plus 3d. The fourth term of our AP is a plus 3d, and that should be equal to minus 6. The 11th term is a plus 10d, and that will be equal to minus 23.5. Then from there you can remove this equation from this one. So that means a minus a will give us 0. 10d minus 3 will give us 7d. Then minus 23.5 minus 6. Minus 23.5 minus 6. That should give us minus 17.5. Divide both sides by 7. So you have d equals to minus 17.5 over 7. And that should give us a minus 2.5. Then we can substitute that into this, any of the two equations to get our a. So a plus 3 into minus 2.5 equals to minus 6. That means you have substituted into this first equation. Then you have a minus 7.5 equals to minus 6. You have opened the bracket here. So correct like time, a will be equals to minus 6 plus 7.5, and that should give us a 1.5. So we have the first term, we have the common difference. So we can find the 21st term. So what is the 21st term of an AP? So the 21st term of an AP is a plus 20d. So the first term is 1.5. So you have 1.5 plus 20 into our common difference minus 2.5. So if you simplify that further, we have the 21st term to be minus 48.5. So option A is the correct option for question number 8. Question number 9 is from logarithm. We have to, if log 256 base square cube root of 4 is equals to x, you have to find the value of x. So like I said, it's from the logarithm. You have to simplify this log. And if you understand logarithm very well, it's saying that how many times can you raise cube root of 4 to the power of s to give us a 256. How many times can you raise this power to get 256? If you understand logarithm very well, that's the meaning of logarithm. How often can you raise the base to get this number? That's the meaning of logarithm. And if you want to understand logarithm very well, so you can check my video on logarithm on this channel where I explain everything on logarithm. So if you simplify this one will give us the base raised to power the x equals to 256, telling us that we are looking for how many times you can raise this base to get 256. You can simplify this further if you understand indices very well. If you don't, check my video on the indices as well, you understand indices very well. So this can be written as 4 raised to power 1 over 3, then raised to power x equals to 256. Then this also can be changed to this power multiply this power, 4 raised to power s over 3 equals to 4 raised to power 4, give us a 256. Then from there the base can take off the base, so you have s over 3 equals to 4, cross multiply s equals to 3 times 4, and that s equals to 12, which is option C. Question number 10 is from the quadratic equation. You are given that the sum and the product of the root of quadratic equation are this and this. So find the quadratic equation. So we can say let alpha and beta be the roots of the two quadratic equation. So if you sum these two roots together, alpha plus beta will give us the sum, which is 13/6, and the product also, which is alpha beta, will be equal to 1. Then if you want to get the quadratic equation, given the root of the quadratic equations, we have s squared minus the sum of the roots divided by the x plus product of the root equal to 0. So if you substitute the answer, you have s squared minus open bracket s squared minus 13/6 x plus 1 equals to 0. Then you can multiply through by 6 to clear the denominator. So you have 6s squared minus 13s plus 6 equals to 0. So I think option D is the correct option for question number 10. Question number 11 is from the arithmetic progression, as well, which is sequence and series. The 4th and the 11th term of a linear sequence AP are 19 and 54 respectively. You have to find the first term. So of course, like I said, what is the 4th term of AP? That should be a plus 3d, and that will be equal to 19. And what is the 11th term of a linear sequence? That will be a plus 10. A plus 10d equals to 54. So we can subtract this from this. So that should give us 10d minus a minus 3 will give us 0. 10d minus 3d will give us 7d. 54 minus 90 will give us 35. So you can divide both sides by 7. Then the common difference will be 5. You can also substitute this into equation 1 or equation 2. So if we put it to equation 1, you have a plus 3 equals to 19. Our d is 5. Put it there. You have a plus this equals to 19. So a plus 15 equals to 19. A equals to 19 minus 15. That gives us a 4 as the first term you have to find. So option C is the correct option for question number 11. Question number 12 is from binary operation. It's from binary operation. We are told that if the operation asterisk is defined on the set of real numbers r by p asterisk q equals to p plus q over 3 pq, where p comma q are not equal to 0, we have to evaluate 3 over 8 asterisk 1 over 5. So like I said, it's from binary operation. You will be given the rule using the element p and q. So now we have to use that same rule to simplify, evaluate this. So we have a 3 over 8 asterisk 1 over p to be this, because your p is 3 over 8 and your q is 1 over 5. So put it into this. You have 3 over 8 plus 1 over 5 over 3 times p is 3 over 8 times q is 1 over 5. Then if you simplify that further, you can find the LCM of the numerator equals to, that will be LCM of 8 and 5 is 40. So that will give us 15 plus 8. If you simplify that over 3 times 3, will give us a 9. Then 8 times 5 will give us 40. So this will give us 15 plus 8 give us 23. So you have 23 over 40 divided by, which is written like this, 9 over 40. You can change this division to times. So you have 23 over 40 times 40 over 9. 40 can take care of 40. So we have 23 over 9, which is option A for question number 12. Question number 13 is from the propositional logic. It's from logic. Consider the following statement P, where proposition P says that Catherine is rich. Proposition Q is Catherine is hardworking. Which of the following represent the statement Catherine is neither hardworking nor rich? So that is a negation of each of them. She's neither hardworking nor rich. So you negate Catherine is rich, and you also negate the Catherine is hardworking. So if you look at the option C is the correct option for question number 13. Question number 14 is from a set. You are told that P and Q are two non-empty sets of the universal set U. Which of the following is correct? You have a P Q complement equals to P complement as Q complement. You have P. Option B is P complement union Q equals to universal set, then P intersection Q equals to universal set, Q intersection Q complement equals to Q. So from the option provided, I think option A is the correct option for question for number 14. But because if find the union of the two sets, and its complement will be those elements in the universal set that is not in P union Q, then which is the same thing as if you find the P complement, you also find Q complement, then find the relation between them, we're going to give us the same answer here. So option A is the correct answer, but let us try to test it. So let's test it. If you test it, you can select some element for the universal set, which is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Then from there you can get some element for P, which is 1 2 5 6, which is also in this universal set. Get some element for Q, which is also in the universal set as well. So we can find P union Q. P union Q will be a combination of this element and this one without repetition. That will be 2 1 2 5 and 6. Then you cannot find the complement of that, which is P union Q complement will be the element in the universal set that is not in P union Q. That will be 3 and 4. Then you can now find P complement. If you find P complement, that will be element in here that is not in P. That will be 3 and 4. The element, then you can find Q complement as well. That should be the element in the universal set that is not in Q. That will be 1 3 and 4. You can now find P complement that is on Q complement. The element that is common to this and this, that will be 3 and 4. So we can see that what we get here is same than what we got here as well. So you can see that this is equals to this, which is what you're having here. So therefore, this is correct. The option A is correct for question number 14. Question number 15 is from the equation of circle. If from the equation of circle, find the coordinate of the center of the circle, x squared plus y squared minus 4x minus 3 equals to 0. So from there are many ways to do this. I can use an application of the differentiation for this, but nevertheless we can use the default method, which is the equation of circle. And how do we do that? We have to use the complete the square method for x and y. So what do I do first? I can make this x squared to be I can it does not have any other terms with x, so you can make it x squared plus 0x. 0 is same as a 0, so plus y squared minus 4y then equals to 3. Then from there you have to now complete the square here. So we have the question of x and squared it and add it to both sides. We also have the question of y and squared it and add it to both sides. So if you do that, if you have 0, that's 0, square 0, that also give us 0. If you have minus 4, that gives us minus 2, and square that gives us plus 4. So you are now adding the 0 and the plus 4 to the both sides. So we have 3 plus 0 plus 4. So now you can now make this one a perfect square. That will give us x plus 0 squared plus, make this one a perfect square. That should give us a y minus 2 squared equals to 3 plus 0 plus 4. That gives us 7. Then you can compare this one with the equation of circle, giving the radius to be r and the coordinate of the center to be a comma b, and that should give us x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals to r squared. Then where a and b are the coordinate of the center, compare this one and this one, so you know that your a will be 0 and your b will be equals to 2. So therefore the center is 0, 2, and that should be option C. Question number 16 is from statistics. You are told that if the mean of 2 4x 6 8 2x 5 and 9 is 8, find the value of x. So like I said, it's from statistics. You are given the value of the mean to find x. So what do? Add the numbers together, divided by number of data we have here, which is 8, which is going to give us the value of the mean, which is 8. So we are told that the mean of this set of number is 8. So when you add those numbers together, divided by number of data, which is 8, then it should be equal to 8. So from there you can simplify by collecting like terms. So if you had 4x plus 2x give us 6x, then add the whole number, that gives us a plus 34 over 8 equals to 8. Cross multiply 6x plus 34 equals to 64. Collect like time, 6x equals to 64 minus 34. 6x equals to 30, s will be equals to 5. So which is option option B. Question number 17 is from the linear transformation. We are given if P with this coordinate Q 3, 2 and Q with the point 2, 3 are point in a plane, find the distance of PQ. So like I said, it's from linear transformation. So all you need to do is to change this P to distance from an origin O. So that should give us, change this coordinate to a column matrix. That will be 3, 2. So then from there, change all this Q as well to move from O to Q. So you have to change to this coordinate this column matrix. That gives us a 2, 3 as well. Then from there we can now find the distance from P to Q. That should be this minus this. So that should give us 3 minus 2 give us a 1, and 2 minus 3 give us a minus 1. So which is option D. Question number 18 is from integration. You have to integrate this definite integral with from the limit from the boundary of 0 to minus 3. So the first thing is to open the bracket. When you open the bracket, we have 2s squared plus 2s minus 4s minus 4. That is, open the bracket, multiply the bracket out. So you have this. Then simplify further. We have 2s squared plus 2s minus 4 will give us a minus 2s, then plus 4 dx. Then from there, what can we do? Can I integrate this function? So that should be 2s cubed over 3 minus 2s squared over 2 minus 4x plus c. Then from the limit of 0 to minus 3, which I believe you understand how we got this, how to integrate. So you add 1 to the power and the power come down. Add 1 to the power and the power come down. If you integrate a constant, that will give us a minus 4x. Then from there you can now put the limit. So wherever you see s, you put 0, then minus. Whatever you see s, you put minus 3. So you'll be having this. Then when you damage, you have substituted 0, then minus, put minus 3, you have this as well. So everything here will give us 0, then plus c. So you have 0 plus c in this bracket, minus, here you have minus 3 cube, that will give us a minus 27 over 3, that gives us a minus 9. So minus 9 times 2 gives minus 18. So you have a minus 3 squared, that gives us a 9 over 2 will cancel 2, so you have minus 9 there. Then minus 4 times minus 3 gives us plus 12. Then plus c here. So from there, 0 plus c gives us c, minus, simplify that gives us minus 15 plus c. Open the bracket, you have a 15. You have c plus 15 minus c. So c will take care of c, then you have a 15 as our answer, so which is option B. Question number 19 is from resultant force. So we are given the F1, which is the force in the this column matrix, and F2 and F3 as well. You have to find the magnitude of the resultant of the forces. So of course, if you have to find the resultant of the forces, all you need to do is to add all the forces together. So you have this plus this plus this. So with the idea of addition of matrices, we can add these 3 column matrices together, and that should give us 8 plus 3 give us 11 minus 1, that gives us 10, minus 2 plus 3 give us 1 plus 4, that gives us 5. Then we can now find the resultant. So you can now find the magnitude of this force. So how do you find the magnitude of a force? So that will be square root of the square of each added together. So you have the square root of 10 square plus square of 5. So that should give us square root of 100 plus 25. That gives us square root of 125. And find the sort of 125. That should give us 5 sort 5 Newton. So and option B is the correct option for question number 19. Question number 20 is also from motion on a straight line, rectilinear motion. So a force of 20 Newton acts on a particle of mass 2 kilograms traveling at 4 meters per second for 0.3 seconds in the direction of its motion. We have to calculate the final velocity of the particle. So like I said, it's from the motion on a straight line, that's rectilinear motion. So we are given the force in 20 Newton, we are given the mass 2 kilogram, we are given the initial velocity, you are given the time, so we have to find the final velocity. So but what is missing is that we don't know the acceleration, so we need to get the acceleration for before we can find the final velocity. So we know that force is mass times acceleration. From there you can find our acceleration, which is the force divided by mass. Force is 20, mass is 2, so that gives us a 10 meters per second squared. Then we can now use the one of the equation of motion, which is v equals to u plus at. Our aim is to find the final velocity, which is v. Our initial velocity is 4. If you substitute that, you have 4 plus our acceleration is 10 multiplied by the time, which is 0.3. So that should give us a 4 plus 3, because 10 times 0.3 gives us 3 plus 4, that gives us 7. So the final velocity is 7 meters per second, which is option C. Question number 21 is still on motion. You are told that a particle of mass 4.5 kg is moving at a speed of 10 meters per second. If a force of 15 Newton acts on it, how long will it take for it to come to rest? So you are given the mass this and the initial velocity is this, so and we are given the force, we are looking for time. So but we are told that how long will it take for it to come to rest, so that means the final velocity will be 0 at that point. So when it comes to rest, the final velocity will be 0. So we know that the force, we need the acceleration as well in this question. So force is equal to mass times acceleration. Then from there you can get our acceleration, which will be force over mass, 15 over 4.5, that will give us 10 over 3 meters per second squared if you leave our answer in fractional form. Then if you find the equation of motion, so we have a v is equal to u plus or minus at. So because it's not possible for our answer to give us the negative, so that we are having plus or minus here, so that in case you have a negative here, so the negative will be neutralized. So final velocity is 0 equals to initial velocity is 10 plus or minus acceleration is 10 over 3 multiplied by t. Take this to this side, you have minus 10 equals to plus or minus 10 over 3t. From there we can cross multiply or multiply both sides by 3, so that we have a minus 30 equals to plus or minus 10t. So in this case if you have a minus 10 here, so that I can neutralize this minus, so our t will be equal to 30 divided by 10, that gives us 3 seconds as the time, which is option B. Question number 22 is from integration. We have to evaluate the integral of x squared minus x over sod x dx. So the first thing to do is to split this fraction. So we'll be having the integral of x squared over sod x minus x over sod x dx. So from there, using our idea of indices, we know that this is this will be x raised to power half for the sod x. So sod x means s raised to power half. So we have s squared over s raised to power half minus s over s raised to power half. We can simplify further. So of course, using our law of indices, we know that this will be s raised to power 2 divided by s raised to power half. So using the law of indices, since they have the same base, we can subtract the power. So we have x raised to power 2 minus half, then minus s raised to power 1 minus half as well dx. Then from there, simplify this. We have if you find the LCM of this, you have s raised to power 3 over 2 minus s raised to power 1 minus half is half dx. Then from there we can now integrate this one after the other. So we have we have s raised to power 3 over 2 plus 1 over 3 plus 2, 3 over 2 plus 1 minus s raised to power half plus 1 over half plus 1 plus c. If you simplify for that, that will give us s raised to power 5 over 2. If you simplify this as well, you have 5 over 2 minus s raised to power 3 over 2 over 3 over 2 plus c. So then if you understand the law of indices very well, we know that this will give us 2 over 5 s raised to power 5 over 2 minus this also give us 2 over 3 s raised to power 3 over 2 plus c. So we have used some of idea of indices here. So if you want to understand that, you might check my video on indices so as to help you understand what you have done there. So if you look at the option provided, I think option A is the correct option for question number 22. Question number 23 is from the vector. You are given that vector r equals to 4i plus 3j. Find the unit vector in the direction of r. So unit vector, it will be the vector divided by its magnitude. So then that means you will be having that 4i plus 3j over the square root of 4i squared plus 3j squared. So 4i squared will give us 16 plus 3j squared will give us a 9. So that should give us a square root 4i plus 3j over square root of 25, and that should give us sort of 25 is 5. So that will give us 1 over 5 into 4i plus 3j. So which is option I think option D is correct option for question number 23. Question number 24, still on the motion. Still on motion, we are told that the three forces, this in Newton and this in Newton and this in Newton, act on a particle of mass 4 kg. Find equal to 2 decimal places the magnitude of the acceleration of the particle. So the first thing is to do is to find the resultants of the three forces, and by doing that is to add them together. We have 4i minus 9j plus minus 7i plus 6j plus 4i minus 17j. So if you do that correctly, 15i minus 7i, that gives us 8i plus 4i, that gives us sorry, what did I say? 4i minus 15i minus 7i. And okay, what we did here is we only open the bracket with we only open the bracket 4i minus 9j, then minus 7i plus 6j plus 4i minus 17j. Collect like times from there. 15i minus 7i plus 4i will give us 12i, then minus 9j plus minus 6j minus 17j, that give us sorry, there is a mistake here. This is plus 6j, not minus 6j. This is plus 6j, as you can see from here. This plus 6j. So minus 9j plus 6j, that will give us minus 3j. Then minus 17, that will give us minus 20j. So now this is the force. So we can now find the magnitude of the force. That will be square root of the 12i squared plus minus 20j squared. So that should give us a sort of 144 plus 400, and that should give us a sort of 544, which is 20.3 Newton. Now that we know the force is mass times acceleration, we have to find the acceleration given the mass. So that will be, acceleration will be force over mass. That will be 23.3 over 4, and that should give us a 5.83 meter per second square, which is option B. Question number 25 is from probability. A fair or coin is tossed 3 times. Find probability of obtaining 2 tails. So in a coin, probability of getting a head is half. Probability of getting a tail is also half. So then 3 coins are tossed. So probability of getting 2 tails. So that will be, the first one can show head, the remaining one show tails, or the first one show tail, the second one show head, third one show tail, or the first two show tail and the last one show head. These are the options for 2 tails showing, and if you substitute your answer here, you have h here is 1 over 2, then t is 1 over 2 times 1 over 2, or which is plus 1 over 2 times 1 over 2 times 1 over 2, or which is plus again 1 over 2 times 1 over 2 times 1 over 2. So that should give us, if we simplify this, that give us 1 over 8 plus 1 over 8 plus 1 over 8. So that should give us a 3 over 8, which is option A for question number 25. Question number 26, which is from function, mapping and function as well. Which of the following is the domain of the function g of x equals to 3x plus 1 over x squared plus 2? So which one is the domain? So the domain is going to be the real number which belongs to x, the value of x which belongs to real number. So that so far if the value is if the value of x is a real number, that means this function will be valid, and the denominator will not be an undefined fraction. So option C is correct option for question number 26. Question number 27 is from linear transformation. Two linear transformations are defined by P this and Q this. You have to find the matrix representing the product of P and Q. So the first thing to do is to transform this P into a matrix. So if you do that, you have P to be, so for x you have 3, so which is a coefficient of x there 3, and the coefficient of x here is 2, so you have 2. Coefficient of y here is a 1, coefficient of y here is a minus 3, so this will represent the matrix P. Then for Q as well, you are having coefficient of x here is minus 1, coefficient of x here is 3, then coefficient this one does not have y here, so that means you have 0. The coefficient of y here is 4. Then you have to find the product of P and Q, and we are multiplying them together. So we know that when it comes to multiplication, the row will multiply the columns. Row multiply column, row multiply column. This row also will come, and this row also will multiply this. So we have it to be this first row will multiply this first column. 3 times minus 1 will give us this, plus 1 times 3 will give us this. Then this row also will multiply this column. So you have 3 times 0 plus 1 times 4. You have this. Then the second row in this matrix will also go and multiply this column and this column. So you have 2 times minus 1 will give us this, and then we have 3 times 3 will give us this. Then this row also will go multiply this column, so 2 times 0 we have this plus 2 times 0 will give us this. Where are we? 2 times 0 will give us this plus 3 minus 3 times 4 will give us this as well. So then you can now simplify. 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. Then 1 times 3 give us 3. Add it together give us 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Plus 1 times 4 give us 4. 4 plus 0 give us 4. 3 times minus 1 is minus 2. 3 minus 3 times 3 will give us minus 9. Minus 9 minus 2 give us minus 11. 2 times 0 is 0. Minus 3 times 4 is minus 12. Plus 0, that gives minus 12. So which is the value of P multiplied by Q. And I think option B is the correct option for question number 27. Question number 28 is from the binomial expansion. We have to find the coefficient of y squared in the binomial expansion of y minus 2y raised to the power 5. So the first thing to do is to expand this and get the coefficient of y raised to the power 2. And if you do that expansion, so you don't need to do it to the 51. So you can just stop at where you're going to get y raised to the power 2, which is this one. So how do you expand this? So the power will go with the first, this y will carry the power of 5 here, and then minus 2 will carry the power of 0 over 0 factorial, plus the power will come down. You have a 5, then we move 1 from the power, which is 4. We have y raised to the power 4 into the power of this one will increase by 1, which is minus 2 equals to 1. So raised to the power 1 over 1 factorial, plus the next one 4 will come down again. You have 5 times 4. Remove 1 from the power, y raised to the power 3, then increase the power of this one by 1, 2 over 2 factorial. So why don't we stop here? We are going to the y raised to the power 2. This is y raised to the power 3, this is y raised to the power 4, y raised to the power 5. So the next one will be y raised to the power 2. How do we do that? The power come down again. You have 5 times 4 times 3. Remove 1 from the power, you have raised to the power 2. Then increase this one by 1, So minus 2x raised to the power 3 over 3 factorial. So that means we are working on this term, this one here. So we have 5 times 4 times 3 raised to 3y squared into minus 2x cubed over 3 factorial. So from there, 3 factorial is 6. So 4 times 4 is 20 times 3. That will give us 60. Then 60 divided by 6 give us 10. Then we have 10y squared into minus 2x cubed. Then from there, you can now simplify for the minus 2 cube will give us minus 8. Then minus 8 times so this one give us a minus 8, then y squared, then s cubed multiplied by 10. That gives us a minus 80, then s cubed as the coefficient of y squared. So which is option D. Question number 29 is from the equation of circle. Which of the following is not an equation of circle? So this is an equation of circle. They call they have the same degree, and you have x term and y term and the constant. This is correct. This is also equation of circle because the coefficient of the highest degree are the same thing, and the y term is here. So it's x term is here, y term is also there. So the d part also is a equation of circle, and the dash will be equation of circle with from the origin. So but this is not equation of circle because these are the x square is there, y square is there, x has a term but y does not have, so which is wrong. So option C is the correct option for question number 29. Question number 30 is from function, then it's from also differentiation. So function and differentiation together, we are given that f of x is s plus 2 cos x, where your s is from 0 degrees to 2 pi. You have to find the value of the x for which f of x is minimum. So of course we are given this function. All you need to do is for you to get the minimum value, you need to to differentiate this function. So we know that f of x is as y. So if you differentiate this function, you have the y dx to be equal to differentiate x, that gives us 1. Differentiate 2 cos x, that gives us minus 2 sin x. Then at the minimum, the y dx should be equal to 0. So at the minimum, the y dx is equal to 0. So that means this equals to 0. So from there, you have a 1 minus 2 sin x equals to 0. From there, you can find our x from there. Collect like times. So 1 will come here. So you have a minus 1. Then divide both sides by minus 2. That gives us a sin x equals to 1 over 2. So find the inverse of that. That should be x equals sin inverse of 1 over 2 is 0.5. And that should give us a 30 degrees. So x is 30 degrees, but we are told that our angle is from 0 degrees to 360 degrees. So that means you need to involve quadrant in this case. So and the sign is positive at the second quadrant, and at the second quadrant, to get the angle there, that will be 180 minus the x degree here, which is 30. So that 180 minus 30, and that should give us 150 degrees. And 150 degrees same thing as if you change it to radians, that will be 5 pi over 6 in radians. So which is option C. Question number 32. How many number greater than 400 can be formed using the element of set P having 2, 3, 4, 5 if repetition of element is not allowed? So of course that means you are number greater than 400. That means this 400 must be stationary. Then the remaining 3 numbers will be rearranged, we shuffled without repetition. So which is talking about 4 permutation 3. So you're having 4 permutation 3 in that case. Then that should give us 4 factorial over 4 minus 3 factorial, and then that should be 4 factorial over 1 factorial. That will be 4 factorial, and the 4 factorial is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which will give us 24 ways, which is option C. Question number 33. The gradient of two intersected lines are 1 over 3 and 2 respectively. You have to calculate the obtuse angle between them. So this question is from coordinate geometry. You are given the gradient of 2 lines to find the angle between them. And so we know that to find the angle between 2 straight lines, we have a tan theta to be equals to m2 minus m1 over 1 plus m2 m1, where m1 and m2 are the gradient of the two lines. So if you substitute that, we have m2 is 2, and m1 is 1 over 3. So we have 2 minus 1 over 3 over 1 plus 2 times 1 over 3. If you find the LCM of this, you have a 5 over 3 over also 2 times 1 give us a 2 over 3. So you have 1 plus 2 over 3. From there also we have 5 over 3, then divided by, if you find the LCM of this as well, you have a 5 over 3 as well. Change this to times 5 over 3 times 3 over 5, that give us 1. So that means you have a tan theta equals to 1. To find our theta, that will be tan inverse of 1. That will be what's sorry, not sine inverse, tan inverse of 1. That gives us a 45. So this is this is a typographical error. So tan inverse of 1 gives us a 45. So the angle is 45 between them, but we are looking for obtuse angles. So obtuse angle is greater than greater than 90 but less than 180. So that means you need to remove this angle from 180 degrees, and that should give us 135 degrees as the obtuse angle. So option B is the correct option for question number 33. Question number 34 is still from binomial expansion. We have to find the coefficient of the second term in the binomial expansion of 1 plus 2x raised to power n in ascending power of x is 40. Find the value of n. So all you need to do is to expand this to second term. We are told that the second term. So if you expand this, this is the what you are expanding, and this is the first term. We have 1 raised to power n into 2x raised to power 0 over 2, 0 factorial. N will come down. We have plus n into 1. Then remove 1 from the power, n minus 1 into 2s, increase the power of 2s by 1 over 1 factorial. Then it continues, but we are told to stop at the second term, so we don't need to go on. So then we are working on this second term. So we are having n into 1 raised to power n minus 1 into 2x raised to power 1 over 1 factorial equals to 40. Then 1 factorial is 1. So 1 raised to power any number, 1 raised to power any number is 1. So 1 raised to power anything is 1. So that means we'll be having n. Then 2x raised to power 1 is same thing as 2x. So we'll be having 2x times n. But we don't need the power. We only need the power of x. So we don't need to put x there. In this case, so we'll be having 2n equals to 40. Because we are told that we have to stop in the power of x. So we don't need to put x here. So you have 2n equals to 40 divided both sides by 2, and n will be 20, not x. This is a typographical error as well. So divide both sides by 2, n will be equal to 20, which is option A. Question number 35 is from statistics, and in this case from the is from OGIV, cumulative frequency graph, cumulative frequency curve. Cumulative frequency curve. We are told that the ages in years of 10 children at a clinic are this. We have to find the interquartile range. So we know that interquartile range is the upper quartile minus the lower quartile, which is Q3 minus Q1. So the first thing is to find our Q3 and find our Q1 before you now find interquartile range. So the first thing to do is to rearrange this number in ascending order. So if you rearrange them, so we have 4, then 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 7.8, 9, 9.5, 11, 12.5, equals they were not arranged before. So from there now you can now find our Q3, which is the upper quarter. That will be 3 over 4 times number of data you have there are 10. 10 is 10. That gives us 7.5. That is the position of the upper quartile. Then start adding it to wherever you get 7.5. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 8. Sorry, my height is, I'm in a glitch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7.5 should fall here, not here. So we are supposed to be having a 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then 8. It should be 9, not 9.5. It should be 9, not 9.5, please. The 7.5 will fall in 8, so it's going to fall here in this point. 9, that should be 9, not 9.5. Then you can find our Q1, which is lower quartile. 1 over 4 times 10, that gives us 2.5. This is 1, 2, then this 2.5 gives us 5. So you're having 9 minus 5, and that which our interquartile will be Q3 minus Q1, which is 9 minus 5, not 9.5. So 9 minus 5 is 4.5. So there's an error here. I think it's a glitch from my own hand. So but I think the answer is 4.5. So all you need to do is to rearrange this number, then find your Q3, which is 3 over 4 times 10. That gives us the position. Don't know whether this is correct. So but when you start adding the position together to whatever you get 7.5, that will give us the value that is there. And this, so we subtract them, that gives us a 4.5. So according to this, option C is correct option. Question number 36. Simplify this in this initial expression. We are having x raised to power n plus 1 over x raised to power 2 over n, x raised to power 2 over 2n over 3 multiplied by cube root of x raised to power n. So like I said, the question is from the indices. So we have to just to simplify this to the simplest form. So you can write this as of course you can write this one to be x raised to power 3 over 2. That's the cube root of x raised to power n in initial form. So then from there you can now apply the law of indices to the denominator here. Since that we have the same denominator, which is x, you can add the power. So we have x raised to power n plus 1 over x raised to power 2n over 3 plus n over 3. Then from there, this can be written as if you add this together, that will give us x raised to power this over x raised to power. So if you find the SM of this, that will be 3. So you add this 2n plus n give us 3n over 3. Then from 3 can take off 3, so we have x raised to power n there. We can write this one to be x raised to power n plus 1 multiplied by x raised to power minus n. You understand how we got this? So this will be 1 multiplied by 1 over x raised to power n. Then 1 over x raised to power n will give us x raised to power minus n. Can now apply the law of indices to this. That will give us x raised to power n plus 1 minus n, and that will give us x raised to power 1. That will give us x, which is option C. Question number 37 is from indices. Sorry, it's from matrices. You are given that this matrix multiplied by matrix minus 5r equals to this column matrix. You have to find the value of matrix R. So like this now, what can we do? We can multiply this matrix by this matrix, which I believe you know how to do that. So the row will multiply the column. So 4 times 7 will give us a 28, plus minus 3 times 1 will give us a minus 3. Then 5 times 7 will give us a 35, plus 2 times 1 will give us a 2. Then minus 5r equals to this column matrix. So if you simplify this further, we can collect that, and this one come here, this one come here. So you have this minus this, then this one equals to this. So we can simplify this one. This one give us 25. Then this is 37 minus this column matrix equals to 5r. So if you subtract this, 25 minus 10 give us 15. 37 minus 3 give us 40 equals to 5r. 5 is common, is you can factorize 5 out here. You have 5 into 3, then 8 equals to 5r. 5 can take care of 5, so r will be 8, 3 and 8 as a column matrix. So which is option D. Question number 35 is from the differentiation, in this case application of differential calculus. Given this function, we have to find the y ds at p 0, minus 6. So you have to differentiate this implicit function. This is an implicit function, so if you differentiate 2x you have 2, then plus if you differentiate x you leave y. If you differentiate x, that will give us 1. 1 times y give us y. Then if you now come back again, you leave x and differentiate y. So if I leave x, I have x, and if I differentiate y, I have the y dx. Then minus, if you differentiate y squared, that will give us 2y, the y dx. why we have been adding the YDS here, because Y is a dependent variable, so you need to add the YDS to it, then differentiate 36, that gives us 0 equals to 0. So from there you can collect like terms, so 2 can go to the other side and Y can go to the other side as well. You have this, then here you can now factorize the YDS, so that means you have a x minus 2y into the YDS equals to minus 2 minus y. You can divide both sides by this so as to get our YDS, so the YDS will be minus 2 minus y over s minus 2y. Then from there we are given this coordinate, our s is 0, our y is minus 6. Substitute that here, we have our the YDS will be minus 2 minus 6 over 0, which is our x, minus 2 into minus 6. So this will give us a minus 2 plus 6, that will be 4. So, and they are having 0 minus 0 plus 12, so that will be 12. So we have 4 over 12, and that will give us 1 over 3, which is option D. Question number 39 is from the inequalities, in this case quadratic inequalities. You are given this in quadratic inequalities, so we have to find the range of the value of x. So from there we can solve this using factorization method. 10 will multiply minus 6, so you have a minus 60. So look, two numbers can multiply together to give us minus 60, and when you add them together give us minus 11. So that should be minus 15 plus 4. So that will mean you have 10 minus 15s plus 4s minus 6s squared less than or equal to 0. Factorize. 5 is common here, you have 5 into 2 minus 3s, then 2s is common here, 2s into 2 minus 3s less than or equal to 0. From there 5 plus 2x into 2 minus 3x less than or equal to 0. So this literally means that this is greater than 0 or this is less than 0. From there you can find our x. So we have 2s is greater than or equal to minus 5. Then from or we are having minus 3s less than or equals to minus 2. So here we can find our s by dividing both sides by 2 here. So we have s is greater than or equals to minus 5 over 2. Then here you can divide both sides by minus 3. So the inequality will change. S is greater than or equals to 2 over 3. So both of them are greater, which literally mean that minus 5 over 2 is less than or equals to x. Then s is less than or equals to 2 over 3 as well. So question number 40, how many numbers greater than 600 can be formed from the digits 3, 4, 5 and 6 if no digit is repeated? So we are having 3, 4, 5 and 6 as the number, so we have to form number greater than 600. So that means this 600 is stationary, then the remaining 3 number will be permutated around it, not like we did in another question that we solved. And so if you permutate the remaining 3 numbers around 6, so the first digit will be 6 while other numbers will be rearranged. So the first will be arranged 3 ways. If you arrange these 3 numbers, it will be arranged in 3 ways for the first time. The second time will be arranged in 2 ways, and the third time will be arranged in 1 way. So that will give us 3 times 2 times 1, which will be 6 ways. So we have option A for question number 40. So that is the end of all the objective question given to the student for Waec Gce 2023 for the mathematics objective question. So I made a mistake at the beginning that we have 50 questions to solve together, rather we have 40 questions to solve. So we have been able to lay our hands on them one after the other, and I believe you have learned 1 or 2 things from this video. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please click on the subscribe button right now on this channel so that you'll be notified whenever I post information on this platform. Share this video, comment in the comment section of the video, and as you do so, may the good Lord bless you. I will see you in the next video. Bye.